Hello, Youngaz. So welcome to your collective message, and I hope you like the treat I have for you today. I don't know what your message is going to be, but I got some music lined up, and yeah, we're gonna play them throughout to fill the gap. I haven't selected your cards or nothing like that, so I'm gonna get my downloads from the Most High regarding your cards while I play you this music to fill the gap, right? So while I'm shuffling and all that, you can listen and I hope you enjoy, right? Here we go. You just gotta listen to it. You just gotta listen to it. Pay attention to it. Yeah. Wow. Bet you ready after that, yeah? I'm good, man. BBC sure? One Extra, Rich 3 2. Alright, so for the Youngaz. Yeah. Wow. Lately that's been getting ever so close. Feeling spirits when I'm driving, I should get me a ghost. Growing up, didn't know the difference between the road and my home. Now I'm grown, I'm trying to buy every home on my road. Takeaways been overreached, I need a chef to come and live with me. Last time I picked up a pot, I nearly killed a fiend. I don't see a pot and wrap that out and that can mirror me. When I gave my kidneys to these kids, they must be kidding me, yeah. Remember playing Operation, yeah. That's how I feel about these compilations. Think they're the next Dr. Dre until they lose their patience. Saying the game's in a statement, that's an understatement. I mean, how much more gems can I drop on the future? How much of my fans might just not buy my new stuff? We've all got bars, but nobody hears a brew. I'm bringing sandwich to the beach, and in a hope I find it tuna. This is nonsense. Past tense, I'm a rap genius. I've past sense. So if you ain't got a 2-1 and you ain't free to, you gotta graduate before you pass. Rich, we got off on the wrong foot because you half step. Meanwhile, I'm getting restless because I can't rest. 21 hours on the way, the other 3 I'm in the days, writing what to say with my last breath. Can you not hear the difference? Yo, shut up! No, don't stop me, man. Yo, I need you to rewind the track for me, brother. Rewind the track. Fam, I'm sorry. I need you to turn up my headphones as well. Cuz! What's up, man? Goosebumps out here. We got him. It is, man. Well, I just need to take a moment. Just a moment. Five old dreams coming soon. Alright, me out now. Yeah. Lately, that's been getting ever so close. Been feeling spiritual when I'm driving, I should get me a ghost. Growing up, didn't know the difference between the road and my home. Now I'm grown, I'm trying to buy every home on my road. Takeaways been overrinched, I need a chef to come and live with me. Last time I picked up a pot, I nearly killed a fiend. I don't see a pot and wrap it out and that can mirror me. When I gave my kidneys to these kids, you must be kidding me. Do you remember playing Operation? Yeah, that's how I feel about these compilations. Think they're the next Dr. Dre until they lose their patience. Saying the game's in a statement, that's an understatement. I mean, how much more gems can I drop on the future? How much of my fans might just not buy my new stuff? We all got bars, but nobody hears a brew. I'm bringing sandwich to the beach in the hope of finding tuna. This is nonsense. Past tense, I'm a rap genius. I've past tense. So if you ain't got a 2-1 or you ain't free to, you gotta graduate before you pass. Rich, we got off on the wrong foot because you half step. Meanwhile, I'm getting restless because I can't rest. 21 hours I'm awake, the other 3 I'm in the days, writing what to say with my last breath. Can you not hear the difference? Even when it's in your system, every time I flip the script, I got a scripture. I've seen man going from the strip to the strip club. I'm trying to go from eating rich tea to the rich club. I used to want to go from the bitch to the bricks, cuz, and then I realized that it's a fix when your skin's dark. Should I do a Kanye and keep it chiller? Fuck that, even when I lose, I'm the winner. The people try to let me find the people who never got the point until they grab the needle. Niggas try to minus my pluses to divide my people. We go from stepping on road just to stepping by the Beatles. It's progression at its finest. They say my weakness is kindness. I kill them with success because it's timeless. Every verse is a verse from the chapter I'm writing. The writings on the wall, we know who's destiny's childish. King Kendrick or Jermaine Cole. Alright, you saying King Richard or Jermaine's Cole. I'm trying to lay the blueprint and give you reasonable doubt so when you reach the throne they can see me change clothes. Hang on, wait, you best believe that I'm a general, cause one of us has got to compete at all the festivals, and I've been out here rapping for free before my testicles drop, man. I'm so credible, I'm incredible. They say that promise is a comfort to a fool. I'm lying if I wanna say I live in comfort, I'm the truth. And this will be the best fire in the booth. And I doubt they'll tell you different when I'm standing in the room. But it's a different class. Sometimes you have to ask, do you want to be the best in your country or your school? In a country full of rules where we're sending lollipop to keep them sucking on our balls. The survival of the fittest, so I'm more thorough. I'm black as Akon, just trying to find my own gaga. The less mercy you show could leave you merciless alone. But I'm yard grown, so I ain't taking no better. No, and Tiger's got the whole world moving crazy. It's like they rob a free Spotify playlist. That's messed up, like them cops on the day shift who just can't stop and search if I tears and shit. She was fucking we were reaching about it. 6 years old, they was raiding my house shit. Trying to find my uncle, didn't open my mouth shit. My dad might have killed me, not snitching on our shit. The Titanic ain't going down because of me. See, I can't swim, but I'll be the anchor for the scene. See, how did they expect musicians to stay afloat when all ourselves keep going down the street? Find the booth, young fire, old flame, all I need. I got nothing to say, man. I'm never doing that.
Let me just say it now. Let me tell you something right now.
You said it last time, don't say it again.
I'm not gonna say that right there. That right there. That bar right there. That verse right there. I challenge any artist out there. Any artist out there to come better.
Yeah, it's a mission, not a competition. Yeah, fire for that. Nah. It's a mission. See, I don't feel like he wrote such a tune because he was trying to compete with others. He wrote it and it was that great because it was coming from the depths of his soul. It's a mixture of his life experiences, his vision of life, and just being a masterful genius linguistically, you know. So yeah, that's Rich 3-2. All right. So while I shuffle the rest of your cards, I'm gonna bring you the rest of the music. So we're gonna start off like this. You know, Babylon and their commercials.
Save my portfolio.
I don't need to allow their commercials in it because they're not treating me right anyway. Let's silence their stupid commercials. Get out of here. Who knows what song this is without seeing it?
One time for the Lord, one time for the cause, one time for praise T. Smith for the cause. Woo! There we go. Alright, Kara, I'll catch up in a bit, yeah? I want to get you back when I'm going to do this shot. Yeah? See you in a bit, yeah? And the vocal coming from there, you know?
First time I heard this song, I played it over.
Ready?
Over.
Local warm up. This time we're going for it. I'm blinded by your grace. I'm blinded by your grace, by your grace. I'm blinded by your grace. I'm blinded by your Lord, I've been broken. Oh, you're not worthy
Now let's have a moment of silence. Yeah. Babylon commercial.
Take money, cash checks. You see the set, that's Lash, that's Dex. Young C, Young Shorty, Milcavelli. White bricks, true religion on the telly, it's me. Wiz got the house full of freaks. That's why I haven't been around for a week. I'm getting pounds in my sleep. I'm at the top of the mountain, it's peak. Bring it back before the villain. I had a life, real talk, true religion. It's in the blood, in the genes, in the stitching.
Selector, really top. We're gonna continue soon. But for right now, we have to turn it down because we're ready. Alright. So, let's prepare my hands. Yeah, I need your love. Alright, I'm gonna turn it. Whoa.
Make you stay far away. Just give me love for the night. Give me love for the night. Yeah, we good time.
Alright, that's enough. Alright, let's see your first message. Youngaz, collective message. What does God want to tell you? See how that card came out? Every night, man, I'm doing sex exercise. Okay, maybe not every night. Alright, so, every night, man, I'm doing sex exercise. Okay, so we have slutty and then we have attractive. So let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck is God don't have nothing to say. It's crickets like interesting. Let's see. We got instigator, drama king, a queen, followed by the peacemaker. Okay, interesting message. So, we have slutty, and then we have attractive, and then God has nothing to say after that. What was God instigating? Instigating drama king or drama queen. So God is trying to instigate you guys into movements. Oh God, leave me alone. Interesting. So it's like God is showing you this, and then it's like, what do you really think? What do you know? It's like, I have nothing to say. So let's read on and see what the next message is. Interesting. So it's like, some people find this behavior attractive. So slutty is talking about promiscuity. So that's talking about having a lot of different sexual partners. That's what you guys are attracted to right now. And it's like God has nothing to say about that because God wants you to think for yourself. So let's see. Let's read on. Let's see what else God wants to say. It's like it's up to you, innit? Everybody don't have to like your lifestyle, but just know if you choose, you live by the gun, you die by the gun type thing, you know? So you make your choices, or you make your bed, you're gonna have to lay down in it. So it's like God see the behavior, and it's like God don't have nothing to say. It's like you set your own destiny, you determine your own fate, yeah? So just know every action has its own reaction, choices and their consequences, you know. But God is not pressuring you to go this way or that way. God is like, it's up to you, you know. You have life. You're supposed to live it enjoying it, you know? What makes you happy? That's what it's supposed to be. Okay, so let's see your next messages. We have food. We have misguided. Ooh, okay. Then we have magic backfired. We have competition. And then we have God. And then the next card to come out is sexting. Food and misguided. So food could be information. Misguided. Magic backfired. So it's like something that somebody is telling you is actually misguided. It's like the first cards that came out, God didn't have anything to say. So it's like people are competing with God regarding your sexual nature. But the truth of the matter is you said, listen, the same people that's got this and that to say about your sexual life, you need to ask them what was yours like when you were my age. If you made your mistakes, can I be free to make my mistakes if that's what I feel I want to do, please? No disrespect to you. But why should I live my life trying to satisfy your standards and your vision for me? I understand that I'm taking a risk. I know. But at the end of the day, if that's how I feel, let me live. I love you. Let me live. When you were young, nobody was stopping you from living. Okay? So thank you for your advice. And I hope that if I do need you in the future, you'll be there for me. But this is a choice that I would like to make on my own, please. Because, you know, when you got things in your system, if you choose not to let them out your system, it's only going to stay there and become a bigger desire. You're going to always have that niggling feeling or desire. So if you have something in your system and you truly want to take part, then do so wisely, but do so. If you get burned, you get burned. It's good to know the consequences before you step into things, but at the end of the day, personally, I don't think that people should tell people how to live. Obviously, you'd hope that people make good decisions for themselves, but to tell somebody and make somebody live a certain way, I feel that it's wrong, because you don't know why God is calling them to be that way. A lot of people that give sexual advice and counseling, things like that, is because they've already lived the life. So they're not telling you what other people has taught them. They're telling you the story from their perspective, how it happened for them, how they escaped. You know, some people have like sexual addictions and different things in that arena, you know. So it's like God put things in our heart for us to learn the lessons that come with them. So if you feel you should be XYZ, then do so. Mind you, I said if you feel, not if other people are trying to encourage you or make you into that. If it's your choice, then God speaks to you directly. You see, the thing is, people have God like God is just this holy art thou character. But the truth of the matter is God created good and evil. God created good and bad. God created the light and the dark. So any messages that we're getting within ourselves is coming directly from God. When you trace the source all the way back, it's coming from God. There is only God. So don't let people try to tell you how to live your life, but do be safe, do be wise, do be responsible. Okay? So let's see the underlying issue here. So people are competing with God, trying to tell you how to live. They're giving you this misguided information. And it's like the magic is gonna backfire because you're gonna do what you want to do anyway. So many of them snuck out their mother's house and their father's house when they were younger to go out partying and hang out with their friends. And it's your turn to make your choices. Adults, I'm sorry if you're watching this and listening to it, but you are okay, are you not? You got yourself into some things. You lived life. You have stories to tell. These people, this generation, they're now creating their stories. I understand you want to save them from every little thing, but you know, sometimes the best thing to do for these younger people is to allow them to make their mistakes, so that way when they learn their lesson, they really learn their lesson. So you can advise them, but don't try to control them, because you're only gonna make them hate you. Okay, so let's try and be a little bit more tolerant of their now journey. Okay, so let's see the underlying issue. So we have patient, double agent, psychic warfare, old, depression. So what this is saying is exactly what I'm saying. It's like, mom, dad, auntie, uncle, big sister, big brother, what were you like when you were my age? That's what I want to know. So it's like, what's happening is what they used to do, now you are at that age where you're starting to do these things and they're freaking out. But God said it was old. So it's like when you're younger and you're a miserable child, and you get older and you get you're younger and you're a miserable child, and your parents say, why are you so bad? You're always in trouble and blah blah blah. And then your parents say, wait until you have a child. And then you have a child, and then your child come out giving you the same troubles that you used to give your parents. It was old. They did that in the past. Adults, if you're watching, you did that in the past. So this psychic warfare, this mental unrest that you get worrying about your babies when they go out and how they're choosing to live, it's justice. They'll be okay? Don't worry about them. The same way that God was watching out for you when you were doing your madness is the same way that God is going to look out for them. You did get yourself into some trouble, and some of them will get themselves into some trouble, but at the end of the day, whatever happens to them on their journey is essential for them, so that they can apply these lessons and these experiences to their future life, to people that they're supposed to meet, maybe their own children, things like that. So you can advise them, but please don't try to control them. Okay, that's what God is saying here. So yeah, so children, God is saying that it's watching over you. Make sensible decisions. But your parents did this too. I'm doing this to show them what their parents felt like when they were doing their madness. Okay, so yeah, God is like, let's do this. All right, let's check out your next message. Yeah, they're freaking out because they're worrying about you. You know, your parents love you. They want you to make great decisions. But being safe all the time, it takes all the joy out of life. You know, especially if in your mind you feel like, yeah, I want to do this, then, you know, live a little. You know, life is a gift of a human experience, if you're a human. So, what point is it being alive if you're not experiencing anything? It kind of defeats the purpose of life. And that's not fair. I freak out about my little one, but at the end of the day, I know that before me, God is her parent. So I can actually rest in peace, knowing that if I'm not there to protect her, God will provide. It's scary, but God will provide, okay? Parents and youth, God will provide. Whatever happens is what's meant to happen. Nothing will happen that is not meant to happen in your life, okay? So let's see. The first card we have here is factories. And then we have water, vegetation. So this is talking about emotional nourishment. Because vegetables, they have a lot of nutrition in there. And then the water is emotional. So emotional nourishment. So it's about support, being supportive, being considerate, being compassionate. So this is what God is making. Factories and water vegetation. So God is making you guys more tolerant, more considerate, more supportive, especially of, well, the adults, of their parents. They're going to learn to appreciate their parents more. They're going to see what their parent was trying to teach them when their parent was trying to teach them the lessons. Okay, the sun, the light. Look, the sun and microchip. What's a microchip? A microchip is something that has information on it. Okay, and land, stability. So it's like they were trying to shine the light on stability, like showing their children the right way to go, and they didn't. Man-made snow. They were cold. So right now, God is using your experiences to help your parents to see things from their parents' perspective. Okay? So a lot of them, they never understood. They never understood what their parents went through when they were being disobedient, sneaking out the house, especially young men sneaking out. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? So now they're getting to see things from their parents' perspective. So, and I could tell you, you just be careful of the karma that you're setting, because you see what God is doing here? This is the witchcraft. And this is like balanced witchcraft. Unemployment and corporation. So this, if you have unemployment and corporation together, that's people not working together. So they created that vibration of ice. Talking about your parents. They created that vibration, the man-made snow. They were cold towards what they you know, to their parents' surveillance. Yeah. So yeah, this is like justice for that behavior that they were exhibiting as young people. So yeah, that's how it goes. Now, let's bring your final message. Youngaz, what does God want to tell you? Do some research. Ask them what they were like when they were younger. Okay, let's see. So we have learn from the wisest elders. God says, do some research. So yeah, ask them what they were like when they were younger. Also, before you make these choices that you want to make, talk to them so you can get any like, what's the word? Any like tips and stuff like that. Because one tip that I know as a girl, right? You have to watch out for boys who can't take no or who won't take no as an answer. And if somebody takes your goodies without your permission, as simple as you want to look at it, whether it was violent or it was a peaceful one because you chose not to fight back, your no is a no. And if they take your goodies when you tell them no because they know they're bigger than you and they got more power than you or whatever, then it's RAPE. Okay? Gentlemen, hear why I'm telling you. If a girl tell you no and you still take her goodies because you think that she like you and you're wondering why she don't fight back and she don't want to get scratched up and kick up and her teeth thump out and whatnot. Okay? Let her no be a no. If she want you, make she come and get you. Let her come and get you. If she want to give you some of her goodies, make sure that she's up for it. And ladies, do not take the man them things either. Because if you manage to do something to a guy to incapacitate him so you can take his goodies, that is RAPE as well. Let's talk about it. Let's be real. All right. So, like I said, let's do this wisely. Let's do this maturely. Go out and have your fun. Don't get in no damn trouble. Hmm? The underlying issue here is there is always a choice. There's always a choice. So learn from your wisest elders. Do some research so you have an idea what you're getting into because they have been there. Yeah? The underlying issue, there's always a choice. Push pride aside. Keep calm and carry on. So I feel this is a message. This is a message for your elders. Push pride aside. So it's like, don't hide now. I know you've been there. Yeah. Show them this video too. Like, God said, yeah, you done some stuff. Maybe it's not as bad as some other people's stuff, but you've done some things. So what do you have to teach me about your experiences? You know? So now we have why. Because you need to drink more water. Water vegetation. It's a way for you guys to bond. It's a way to create an air of peace between you two. So even though the parent isn't quite happy with sending you out into the world like that, because we know how ugly the world could get at times. Okay? And even though they're not happy, at least by you opening these conversations, you know they'll probably get a little bit scared. Well, God did say push pride aside. They're going to be a little bit uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, back in the days, we the younger ones, we couldn't talk to most of our parents about serious issues like sex and boyfriends and girlfriends and drugs and stuff like that. And that was part of the problem. When it comes to our society and the way we grew up, we didn't grow up with guidance because they made us afraid to even come to them with these conversations. So we went out into the world only knowing very little about these subjects, you see. The proper way for us to do it is to keep those lines of communication open so that those who are wiser, learn from the wisest elders, can teach the young ones who are just now getting into the game. You know what I'm saying? So that you go out there better armored than they were when they were young like you. And unfortunately, they went out there unprepared because a lot of them didn't have parents that they could actually talk to. But it's time for us to break these stupid cycles that do not serve us as a community. It doesn't serve us as an international community. Okay? As humankind, it doesn't serve us. So we need to get back to sensibility. Right? Look, drink more water, having sex. That's what it's about. You need to be able to talk to each other. Gang stalking, and we could talk about gang and all these things. Gang RAPE. It's a crazy world out there. And it's better to go out there armored. Go out there in your armor, your wisdom. Being careful. Choosing your company wisely. Choosing the places you choose to go wisely. Being careful when you're drinking. You don't want nobody to drop nothing mad in your drink so that they incapacitate you. And I see them putting some tissues in car doors now with like stuff on there to knock you out. Some kind of chemical. I've seen these videos. I don't know how true it is, but you need to be aware of your surroundings so you're okay. All right? And like how they're talking about human trafficking and all. It's a listen, the world out there right now is crazier than when your parents were doing their naughtiness. Okay? It's a different ball game outside there. So by right, they are worried about you. And that's why it's important for you guys to talk so y'all stay clued up, right? And God says expect a good outcome. All right? So, before you go, you could turn off now if you've had enough. Or if you like, you can enjoy one last tune.
What's really exciting about
One last tune. Stormzy, Crown. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Searching every corner of my mind. lessons. Try to be grateful and count all my blessings. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Amen in Jesus' name, yes I declare it. Any little seed I receive, I for sharing. Brothers wanna break me down, I can't bear it. But heavy is the head of the crown, I still wear it. You can't roll me down, I still rope. Rain falling down at the bridge, I still smoke. Try to a hole and I ship boo-boo boats. Two birds with one stone, I pull both. Prayer never lose, a prayer never hit the shelf. Promise if I do that, you'll be checking on my health. If it's for my people, I do anything to help. If I do it out of love, it's not to benefit myself. Ooh, gotta stay around and make a comeback too. I know my only mother wants to come back too. They're saying I'm the voice of the young black youth, and then I say yeah, cool, and then I put my zoo and I want.
Searching every corner of my mind. Look for the answers. Looking for the answers I can't find. I can find them. No silver lining.
Life has no reasons, life has its lessons. Try to be grateful, count all my blessings.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Amen in Jesus' name, oh yes I claim it. Any little bread that I make, I have to break it. Brothers wanna break me down, I can't take it. I done a scholarship for the kids, they said it's racist. That's not anti-white, it's pro-black. Hang me out to dry, I won't crack. All these fancy ties and gold plaques. Never had no silver spoons on the mouth, we sold lie. Don't comment on my coach, you ain't qualified. Stab us in the back and then apologize. If you knew my story, you'll be horrified. The irony of trapping on a chorus bike. Gotta stay alive and save my brother as well. Look at all these legends on the cover of Veil. Long time coming, but we come to prevail. I guess a little bit of heaven, that's the coming to hell, you know?
Searching every corner of my mind. Searching, look for the answers.
Looking for the answers I can't find.
No silver lining.
I have my reasons, life has its lessons. Try to be grateful, count all my blessings.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
I'm having too much fun. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Until next time, my loves. Take care.